Doreen Mantle is best known for her roles in One Foot in the Grave and Coronation Street, with her character being linked to the iconic serial killer John Stape, played by Graham Hawley. The actress starred in the ITV soap from 2010 to 2011 and was heavily involved in John stealing the identity of her son Colin Fishwick. Colin had jetted off to Canada, which left John to steal his identity to get back into teaching after being barred due to his criminal convictions. When Colin returned to Weatherfield, he found out about John's actions and was involved in a bust-up which led to his death and John burying his body under the underworld factory. After several months passed, Joy turned up in Coronation Street to find out what had happened to her son. Win a pair of tickets to the Coronation Street experience. She befriended Fizz Stape, Jenny McAlpine, who knew about the identity theft but not the death, and listened to Joy about her own ill health and her wish that she see Colin again before she died. Trying to get rid of her, John told her several days later he had heard from Colin, who had gone back to Canada, but that he didn't want to see his mother again. Joy was upset at this news but was pleased he was alive and well, leaving John and Fizz to their lives. Their paths crossed shortly after when the couple were visiting their premature daughter Hope Stape, Isabel Flanagan, in hospital, where Joy revealed she had only a few weeks to live. John felt guilty over Colin's death and went to visit Joy to keep her company and ended up doing odd jobs for her. Don't miss One Foot in the Grave star Doreen Mantle dies peacefully at home. Latest, Coronation Street star admits "I used to dance a bit ahead of Strictly stint." Insight, Coronation Street exposes Stephen's next victim as Hess film's strangling man. Watch, as they got to know each other, John felt worse and worse for her grief that she would never see her son again and offered her a lifeline of hope by giving her Colin's supposed mobile phone number for her to leave messages on, but in reality, this was his own number. This was John's downfall, as she tried Colin's number when John was back at her house carrying out Good Samaritan chores and heard John's own phone ringing. He tried to cover himself again with stories that Colin was returning that day, but eventually, he decided to come clean and told Joy the unvarnished truth. Unfortunately, the news brought on her angina, and when nosy next-door neighbor Clifford, Dave Dutton, called round, John held his hand over her mouth to stop her crying out in a panic. This action caused the old lady's death and left John to flee the house, but returned later on when he realized that ready meals and soup for two he had bought for the old lady had been left behind. He went back at night but was interrupted by the ever-vigilant Clifford as he looked through the darkened windows. Dying in the previous episode, the character was credited on 13 January 2011 as her body was seen. Announcing her death today, a representative for Doreen said, "It is with great sadness that we announce the death of our beloved client and much-loved stage, screen, and radio actress Doreen Mantle, aged 97. She died peacefully at home. She is survived by her 2 sons, 4 grandchildren and 1 brother." Coronation Street airs Monday, Wednesday and Friday from 8 p.m. on ITV.
Melted.